Just remember this month of June 2021, and this is quite important. You have the wisdom of lifetimes within you. You have got an ancient wisdom within you already. The reason why am I saying this and why am I mentioning this at the beginning of this reading, my gorgeous Virgo, it's purely because you are going to come across the situation this month which is going to throw you out of the balance a little bit. But once you're thrown out of the balance, there is so much that you're going to be able to see. There is so much that you're going to be able to connect, because the certain clarity is going to come to the surface, and that is going to confuse you a little bit. But then again, at least it's going to put you on the right path. It is going to kind of bring a lots of confusion and uncertainty, but then at the same time, this is why I need you to remember that this is going to be primarily responsible with you connecting and reconnecting with the deepest parts of yourself. And by the time you get to the last part of June 2021, my Lord, there is so much that is actually going to change within you. There is so much that is actually going to happen, and most certainly it's going to boil down to this particular moment. Just remember what I said. It is about connecting and reconnecting with the missing part of you. That part of you, it's about to come back. That part of you, it's about to bounce back. But at the same time, you have to trust yourself and understand that by the time you come to the actual end of June 2021, it is going to be remarkable, because you're going to find yourself on one hand on a brand new path, but then on another hand with something that you wanted to do, that you wanted to achieve, that you wanted to make it happen for a long time. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Virgo, and it's for June 2021. So this monthly horoscope tarot card forecast is for you, my gorgeous Virgolini, and it's for June 2021. And even better, when it comes to the actual numerology and when it comes to the numbers, your number is 709. This is a very important number, in particular when it comes to the whole month of June 2021, because it's about a sign that you are going to have. Very important moment, very important omen, very important sign, which is going to take place in between the 11th of June and the end of that month. So this is when you need to pay attention to, because when this sign is going to come up, there is a lot that is actually going to change. There is a lot that is going to happen, but it's purely to do with your mind. It's to do with the new beginning, but it's also to do with the confirmation that it's going to come above all, because once you get this confirmation, this is just going to directly, almost immediately, towards the big change that I'm actually talking about. On another hand, you are going to see an important sign. Whether this sign is going to come up in the form of maybe like a little bird, maybe it's going to come in the form of like a dog, a cat, maybe it's going to even be like a little insect. Maybe something is going to take place, something is going to unfold in a very strange, bizarre and completely unusual way, so you will know that you are part of this kind of a different dimension. That sign might kind of manifest itself in the form of an animal, but at the same time you can see something that is going to make sense to you, and for example, that this is part of your dimension, that this is your part of your past, that this is part of your energy. For example, if you're in the forest and we are part of the nature, we are nature ourselves, we are part of the nature. So that's why our psychic abilities and our intuition is highlighted when we are in the nature. So for example, you can just be by yourself in the nature, not necessarily by yourself, but then you can just see something and you can just so strongly connect to it. This can be a sign as well. This can be an omen as well. Maybe the certain leaf is just going to kind of fall right in front of you, but you will just kind of know that this is part of your own personal vibration. So the bottom line is, it may may not be necessarily in the form of an animal, it could come in any other form, but you will know that this is the part of your dimension, because you will be sharing the same energy, and it's almost impossible to actually not notice this. The bottom line is, when you become aware of this sign, you just need to remember, my gorgeous Virgolinis, that this is really, really important. What is actually going to happen is almost immediately you're going to become aware of the actual certain adjustment and readjustment that you need to make. But most importantly, when you come across this sign, this is what I want you to understand. Why this is going to be so big. Why this is going to be so significant. Why this month is going to be so important. Why this sign is going to mean to you so much. Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because almost immediately, first of all, you need to pay attention to what was on your mind, like right when that happened, when you see this sign, because the spirits, and your spirit guides and guardian angels are going to try to point you towards a certain subject, towards something that you were thinking about. Or maybe just in the morning when you woke up that day, you had like a really some kind of problem on your mind. You were like very uncertain. Maybe just before that, maybe like a few days earlier, you will just know simply what to connect to when it comes to the problem, something that is blocking you, something that created an annoying blockage in your life. But at the same time, even most importantly, you're gonna have this very strong sense that you reach the full circle in a good way, in a powerful way, which is subconsciously already going to start opening up a new doors and pathways for you. So by the time when you get to the last part of the actual June, the last day of June, the whole new portal is going to be open. But you just need to remember to go one step at a time. When you see this sign, when you see this omen, my gorgeous Virgolini, you need to understand that this is all about you wanting to seek more clarification. This is going to push you towards the certain part of your life where you simply need to seek more clarification. I'm really hoping, oh my Lord, that this reading is not too confusing, because I'm getting so many informations, and this is like it's really big, because I know that this month is going to be the game changer for you, my gorgeous Virgolini, because the waiting game is slowly going to be over. What was annoying you, what was like a very slowing you down, what was making you unhappy, this is slowly going to come to an end by the time we come to the end of this month indeed. But most importantly, when you see this sign, you will know that you will need to seek more clarification. This is important, because that clarification is at the same time going to bring you blessings. The more clarification you seek, the more your eyes are going to be open, the closer you're going to be to an invisible part of your life that it's been calling you for a long time. But it's not that you have been ignoring it, but it's just you weren't too sure whether it's the right time. So this is almost going to create like a little spiritual shortcut at the same time. And this is when the blessings are literally going to come through, which are at the same time going to give you the power of visibility. So you're going to be noticed by the people that you would want to be noticed by, but at the same time it's going to give you like the wings of transformation, the power of transformation. So this is the time to jump in the water, because if you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. Most certainly now it's time, my gorgeous Virgolini, indeed. Not only the seeking clarification, it's going to start opening so many new doors for you. So you need to pay attention to what clarification this is. And look at this, it's going to bring you blessings, and it's also going to bring you an absolutely mind-blowing initiative, willpower, determination. This is going to put you on the path. You see what I said? This is going to put you on the path when it comes to the actual new plans, certain wishes. But then at the same time, it's just going to be increasing your confidence every single step of the way. And I'm not saying that you need your confidence to be increased, but you're just going to see how much it was drained from you, over the last like about 6 to 7 months as well, because there was the certain spiritual knot that was like like basically accumulated within your spiritual journey that you simply need to work on right now. It's to do, so it's not like a brand new plan. It's the with things that you wanted to do before, you were focusing on it so strongly, and it created this very strong vision here, or you already attempted something like this, but you wanted this to happen so much, so now you will be able to step through, you will be able to step forward. Look at this. I'm just going to show you, and I'm just going to connect to these oracle cards because I have a very strong feeling to do this. I needed to simply take these oracle cards, my gorgeous Virgolini, and I'm just shuffling these oracle cards, and because the energy is so strong when it comes to you, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's remarkable. So this oracle card is going to be like, oh my God, you know. And this is pretty much, so you see this diligence, very important. You are going to have this power to like kind of, you really going to surprise yourself how you're going to be able to look at your own situation from a completely different angle. You're going to be able to look at your situation almost like with a different eyes. And this was needed so much, because things that you need to pay attention to is most certainly going to be highlighted, but at the same time you have to trust yourself, and you must not ignore yourself. You must not ignore things that are like kind of making you happy, and you must not ignore things that are making you optimistic, because you have been kind of like doing a lot, staying on the same path, but you were like kind of forgetting about the balance. This is more important than ever to try to bring the balance like almost immediately into your life if you possibly can. So it's a great time also to reward yourself, to think about manifestation, to kind of try to take one step at a time, and to be too gentle with yourself as well. On another hand, my gorgeous Virgolini, you see this? Again, I have a wish, strong wish to actually take the card out, and this is pretty much so to do with an oracle card, and it's to do with the actual month of June, new beginning. Look at this, my gorgeous Virgolini. This is just so perfect, and it's so beautiful, and it's so powerful moment in time, and the energy and the vibration is so strong, my gorgeous Virgolini, when it comes to you, because the current moon right now when I'm doing this reading, it's in the actual Virgo, so it's flowing like, oh my Lord. And also it's a very powerful visions that I'm having at the same time. Look at this, not only that you are going to have an important new beginning, new start, but also at the same time, you know, things are gonna start moving on this month. And this is important because it's most certainly going to change your life. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini. And on another hand, you know, it's about a departure, and it's about you just kind of like stepping into an unknown situation, which is going to take place at around the 14th of June. You are going to step into an unknown situation, you know, and this is going to be even more beneficial for you, because you are going to see exactly, and you're going to become aware exactly of where you need to make a certain like adjustments in your life. So this is going to work out brilliantly for you, but also at the same time you're going to realize that you are going to kind of like escape the certain negativity or the certain negative person, you know, because you're going to become aware of the somebody here, or you're going to become aware of the actual unknown danger as well through this situation. So this is going to work absolutely remarkably for you, my gorgeous Virgolini. You see, and you're also, look at this, an important potential this June, and especially in the last 7 days of June, my gorgeous Virgolini, the last 7 days of June, you need to pay attention, because something is going to be screaming to come out of you in such a sense of the certain potential that you should not be ignoring. It's going to be highlighted so strongly and so powerfully, because you have got like such a powerful angelic presence, you know, throughout June 2021. There are going to be lots of signs that you are going to have, lots of indications that are going to be pushing towards this, towards the certain potential. But do pay attention, please do pay attention, that in the last 7 days this potential, it's going to be revealed to you, and this is a strong part of your spiritual journey that you most certainly should not be ignoring. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Virgolini, basically, what else I was going to say, this is important indeed. You see, I can't kind of stress enough how important the actual June is going to be. On another hand, when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Virgolini, it is rather important just to make sure that you are taking something for the sensitive throat. You know, your throat is going to be quite sensitive, but also just a kind of like maybe you're gonna feel like a little bit of like a low, maybe you're gonna feel a bit drained. I would highly suggest just something like a camu camu powder, organic natural camu camu. It's a natural source of vitamin C, and it's the powder that you take. It's even more powerful and more stronger than the actual organic acerola cherry powder that I always talk about. But organic camu camu powder, it's even more strong when it comes to its actual vitamin C content. But there are other ingredients, vitamins that you are actually going to have in and find rather beneficial when it comes to, you know, your throat. And just take something which is going to make you feel so much better indeed. It is just something that is going to be super beneficial when it comes to your own energy, but also it's going to be brilliant for you in general. So it will be an organic camu camu powder, and that is going to help you with your sore throat, with like a sensitive throat. But on another hand, it's going to boost your energy and it's going to make you feel so much better. It's going to increase your vibration almost immediately. These things are just so powerful, and sometimes people don't even realize how powerful these things actually are, in particular when we take them natural. You know, if they're like kind of in a natural like this, and you take only 1 teaspoon every single morning in a little bit of water and drink it, and this is going to boost your vitamin C levels. Like, it's a ridiculous amount of vitamin C that you actually get. So this is something that I would highly recommend you, my gorgeous Virgolini. So it's going to boost your immune system in general, you see. And then on another, like, very important, it's just going to make you feel so much better. And on another hand, something for the actual energy, something to re-energize you even more, even further. But it's going to be quite good when it comes to your little bit of stress that you're going to have. I'm not going to lie to you, because there is going to be a little bit of stressful situations that you will be go through, because it's going to bring these vibrations that are just going to put you on a new path, and that in itself can drain the energy a little bit. So I would highly suggest you something like the actual and additional natural B vitamin complex to take every single morning with vitamin C. It's a perfect combination anyway. So natural B vitamin complex, it's going to also be beneficial for your energy. It's going to be brilliant to for your own body, but it's also be beneficial for your nervous system and digestive system as well. You need to make sure that the natural B vitamin complex, the actual folic acid within this B vitamin complex needs to be made in a folate way, which is a natural version of folic acid, and also B12 needs to be made in a natural way. So this is something that is also going to be super beneficial for this little bit of stress that you will have, and just it's going to boost your energy as well. On another hand, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Virgolini, when it comes to your lower back, this is something that is going to be quite sensitive, and when it comes to your top back, this is something that is going to be quite sensitive. So any exercises to make yourself better, if you're able to do exercises, would be absolutely fantastic. And also try to sleep on your side with a good quality pillow, and a good quality pillow in between your legs and precisely in between your knees, and that way you will be able to relax the lower part of your back in a way you wouldn't be able to relax it normally. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor, or you just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Virgolinis, or not. So now going on the very first date that I think that is going to be super important when it comes to you. I mean, come on, it's going to be the 1st of June. 1st of June is just going to be like a breath of a fresh air, because you're going to be able to change, you're going to be able to tell the energy change, like, oh my lord, it's going to be like a big mama. Like, you're going to be able to tell the energy change almost like instantly. Something is going to happen within you, something is going to be born within you, something is going to change within you. I don't know how to explain this. Even if you have the worst hangover or anything like that, you know, even if you're like so tired, but the power of your mind is just going to take over. So it doesn't really matter how you're gonna feel. Something is gonna start changing on the very first day of June. And pay attention to the idea that you are going to have, because this idea that you are going to have, it's also gonna be the little seed that you're gonna be planted here, a little seed you will plant, and that in itself, it's it's going to repeat in September 2021, and you will see exactly what seed you have actually planted. So it's rather important to think optimistically, to keep your head up, and just to pay attention to opportunity and options that are going to become available through and with that energy at the same time. Look at this. When I just shuffle this tarot cards, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and this is just from the 1st of June. You see Page of Cups here, ooh la la, absolutely fantastic. You know, it's just going to be the perfect balance in between the spirituality, in between our emotions, in between things that we are, you know, trying to achieve. You know, when it comes to our stress and negativity, you know, it's just not going to be out of balance. So there is a lot that is just going to start changing here. It's bringing you a wonderful balance, but it's also bringing you two important opportunity this month. One important opportunity from the 1st of June, it's going to be like to connect with the things around you, but another important opportunity, it's also going to be through somebody very special. It's about to walk into your life, who is most certainly going to be playing an important role for a long time to come. So the 1st of June is, just remember, going on the 1st of June, what is actually going to happen on this day. You know, it's about a certain doubt and suspicion that you are going to have, and this is going to be on your mind so much because it's going to kind of like freeze you a little bit from moving over, you see, moving on, you see. So it's important to say, because that in itself is going to make you kind of unwilling to make the necessary effort, you see. So it's important to tell that this is to do with a certain conflicting influence as well. On another hand, it is just basically what is going to happen, and this is something that you need to pay attention to, because while you are thinking about it, while you are focusing on it, you are actually going to become aware of a very important opportunity, and that in itself, you will know that you need to have a certain approach around it, but then again, you will know that this is something that you need to do in order to advance your life, you see. And it's to do with a challenging situation, but then at the same time, you will know that this is the right thing to do. You will know that this is something that is just a kind of important, you see. It's to do with also like a 5 of Cups, you know, the certain adjustment, something you're going to become aware of the fact what exactly came to an end and what is kind of making you feel really kind of sad and blue. And this is the things that you are doing in your life. This is the things that you are focusing, but it's just kind of like you just need to refocus a little bit. It's very important indeed, you know. The most important thing I would say to you on the 1st of June is do not focus on the negative, okay? This is something that I need you to remember. Very, very important indeed. The second date that I would like to recommend you, but before I go there, I would highly recommend you Black Obsidian, my gorgeous Virgolini, because what the Black Obsidian is going to do, it's going to protect your energy like so much, like, oh my lord. In particular, when it comes to actual you trying to achieve something, when we find something inspiring, you know, we are draining our energy in a certain way, because that's normal, that's the way life is. But then if we come across people who are draining our energy even more, this makes a very heavy impact on us. Without even realizing, we are kind of not able to achieve as much as we would be able to achieve normally because of this energy draining. So in order to bring this powerful balance into your life, I highly suggest you to wear like a Black Obsidian throughout June and July. Every single time when you're trying to kind of every time when you're dealing with people who you maybe don't like, when you're dealing with the situations that you maybe don't like, when you're uncertain, when you don't really feel well and things like that, this is going to really protect you, but also it's going to bring you the inspiration and desire to do things if you feel deflated and things like that. This gorgeous Black Obsidian comes with a sterling silver setting and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. I have to say that, my gorgeous Virgolini, indeed. On another hand, this is just like a, oh my god, this is like a big mama now. The second date that is important, it's actually going to be 11th of June. very important day, because oh my God, you're gonna find yourself feeling very strong, very powerful. Your feet are going to be very firmly on the ground indeed. What you need to understand that this is going to be a game changer. It's not a life changer. It's not only about the 11th of June, but it's about things that are going to start happening to you from this moment onwards. It's about a new portal about to open. It's about a new door about to open. You just need to use this energy in the best possible way. In one way, just pay attention to the opportunities and the possibilities, because you will be aware of the opportunities and the possibilities that you wouldn't be aware of before. You would, but you wouldn't find a meaning with them. Now you're going to have a meanings, powerful meanings that is going to be guiding you through at the same time. Also, this is going to lead towards your own spiritual awakening like there is no tomorrow. This is a big mama day for sure. At the same time, 11th of June, you need to, it is just going to be the moment like why you're not doing something that you want to do that you should be doing. It is just something that's going to happen within you, and it's going to be remarkable. But on another hand, the 11th of June, you just need to remember it's about devotion. It's about a specific part of your life that you need to put more attention towards, more attention to, more energy towards, because whatever this is, it's just, you're just going to make it like huge. You're going to make it enormous. You're going to make it happen so much more in a much more powerful way. But also you will have the ability to speed up the process at the same time by creating a spiritual shortcut, which is just going to highlight something absolutely mind-blowing at the very end of this month. Strong, powerful revelation within the last 3 days of June are going to be connected to this. And this is most certainly going to be to do with your empowerment. It's about you offering the certain services towards the specific goal, but what you're doing in your life, and that is going to go a long way. I hope I'm being clear when it comes to this, because this is going to be important. Whatever you want to achieve, whatever you are trying to do, this is the time when you think about yourself, think about what the next step is going to be, but most importantly, think about the energy and projection, what this is. It's important because it's on one hand going to empower you, on another hand it's going to lead towards a huge massive empowerment, but also most importantly inspiration, which is about to bring you a mind-blowing clarity, my gorgeous Virgolini. At the same time, you see, it's to do with your own potential. Very, very important, my gorgeous Virgolini. At the same time, look at this, 11th of June. This is why this is going to be so important. At the same time, look, on the 11th of June, something is just going to come to you out of the blue. Something is going to come to you out of the blue. Huge, massive realization, very important realization that is going to surprise you how you feel about it. But then this is this psychic connection that I'm talking about at the same time. You see, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's all to do with the transformation and to have this state of fulfillment in your life, which is at the same time going to kind of be responsible for you to be kind of like have this self-esteem. And also, look at this. A big adjustment, a readjustment, big journey is about to start, voyage. Big journey is about to start, my gorgeous Virgolini. And this is all, look at this. Now, when I take just one oracle card, I want to explain to you how important this is going to be. Just one card in between 11th of June and the 30th of June. Look at this. How beautiful. You see? You're going to fall in love again. You're going to fall in love with life again, with a specific part of your spiritual journey. And that means, that there is so much very beautiful going to be highlighted. Remember that in between the 11th of June and the 30th of June 2021, communicate as much as you can. Talk as much as you can. Throw yourself into as many opportunities and possibilities you possibly can. It's very important. And you know why? Because the more you talk, the more you express yourself, the more powerful you are going to be, the more unique your energy you are going to have. It's going to reflect on you in so many different ways, but it's also just remember that the movement creates the energy. Okay, this is very important. You should really throw yourself into as many opportunities and possibilities that you possibly can in between the 11th of June and 30th of June, because it's going to bring you a very important realization. Okay, so now the third date that I would like you to, so 11th of June, it's all about, from the 11th of June until the 30th, it's all about desire, determination, and strong willpower that is going to be highlighted, you know, a very intelligent choice, but then it's to do with your desire, will, and important resolution. The third important date would be the 30th of June. As I said already, the last 3 days of June are going to bring you a mind-blowing moment, you know, the mind-blowing moment, mind-blowing clarity. It's going to be like a huge, massive, enormous eye-opener. But what I would highly recommend you, rhodochrosite is like a must. It's absolutely powerful crystal. I love it so much, because it has got this wonderful magical ability to like boost your energy like almost instantly. So if you feel low, if you feel negative, if you feel drained, if you feel tired, if you feel depressed, if you feel like anxious, you know, this crystal has got a power to almost instantly raise your vibration and you know, like make your energy so much better. So it's absolutely brilliant. And on another hand, it's very good when it comes to communicating, opening up yourself. It brings you that wonderful balance instantly. I highly recommend to wear this throughout June and July 2021, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well, my gorgeous Virgos. And the 30th of June is going to bring you, you know, an important moment when it comes to the actual family matters. You are going to need to kind of like deal with a certain family matter. It's very important for you to understand this, because you will know exactly what to do. You're the one who knows the answer that is going to come up. If you haven't got like a family, for example, then it could be like, you know, maybe the best friends or the group of best friends who are very important around you. It's just to do with an issue that you know the answer to. And also on another hand, you know, pay attention to the certain suspicion that you are going to have on the 30th of June 2021. The certain suspicion you need to pay attention to, because it's kind of slowing you down, it's blocking you a little bit to move on, you know. So you need to work on this, because that suspicion is pretty much so creating some kind of, it created a fear of failure, and this is where you need to understand that you just need to move on from that. So any kind of fear of failure, you just ignore and just go for it, because you will know exactly like towards which way to go here. It's important. And I want to say that, you know, the what you have been waiting for the last like about 6 months, indeed, you know, you are gonna get a very powerful news, and important news, good news, and it's to do with your own personal gain, advancement. You know, it's something that you expected. You know, the certain desires that you're going to realize through this is going to be even more important, more beneficial, you know. And also pay attention to the actual abilities. So certain abilities are going to be highlighted, and then at the same time the ideas around these abilities, please, because this is all directly connected to your situation, personal situation, and it's going to answer so many things to you in slightly like unusual ways. But you will know it's all going to kind of be pointing down to one particular thing when it comes to your future, you know, something that you really want to do and achieve, but you're just not too sure how you go on about it, because at the same time this is going to lead towards an quite interesting moment when it comes to the actual having a hermit moment, and what you are in self-denial about. This is all going to make sense together. Look at this. When it comes to the actual 30th of June, my gorgeous Virgolini, Page of Cups, very interesting. That's the opportunity that you are going to have, but at the same time it looks like you're going to make a very powerful decision. You know, you will know exactly which part of your life slowly came to an end, and that is going to get you thinking, that is going to get you going, that is going to get you planning. Whatever you plan about, it's going to be remarkable. Just remember that the last day of June is going to become obvious when the certain opportunity presents presents itself. Just remember that the last part of June, it's gonna become obvious. The last day of June, when the certain opportunity it's about to present itself. This is important because it's going to require from you to kind of learn a little bit more and focus and reflect as much as you can. But then again, at the same time, this is going to be quite brilliant for you indeed. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen in the first part of June, mid part of June, and the last part of June, what to pay attention to. The first part of June, I need to stress this to you, that your personal power is going to be like ooh la la, rather woomish. So you are going to have like your personal power in a sense of like a self-esteem, a confidence. It's going to be remarkable. Your energy will be very strong. Use it wisely. Where you want to be noticed, you will be noticed. You know, what you want to achieve, you will be able to achieve. But strictly, you know, this is a great time and great energy to use in order to achieve something and be noticed by the right people. Important. The mid part of June, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's all about you basically, you know, it's about you having idea, but then again at the same time make sure that you don't kind of rush with that idea. It's very important. On another hand, you know, it's to do with a very, very powerful and successful compromise. Mid-June is going to bring you a very powerful successful compromise, but then at the same time, you know, this is brilliant because if you do need to have a compromise, if you need to discuss something with someone and you're not too sure where you're standing with these people, if you do need to come up with some kind of solution or a compromise, most certainly, you know, at around the 15th of June, this will be fantastic time to try to have a compromise, because it's going to be rather successful for you, and there are so many other things that are going to come out of it by being highlighted by that you wouldn't normally notice. The last part of June, you know, you just need to remember this is purely down to you. It needs to like kind of comes from you, this decision, because it's about taking a leadership role, but then at the same time it's about stepping into the spotlight. You know, you must communicate as much as you possibly can. Just remember this. The last part of June, you need to open up and you need to communicate as much as you possibly can. This is like a must, my gorgeous Virgolini, because at the same time, you know, there is so much that you're going to find out. Your own willpower will be very strong, so this is why it's time for you to put your foot down. So things need to come from you. Okay, very important indeed. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm just going to shuffle this tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to happen with those of you in relationship. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini. So, ooh la la, so this is brilliant. This is for those of you in relationship. You've got the Fool, and it's a fantastic card because it's about the actual new beginning, you know. I think something is going to happen, you know, to the couples, but in a great way. Something unplanned is going to happen, something completely unplanned, completely unexpected, and that situation is going to open your both eyes. It's going to be almost like a little like adventure, but then again, if that happens right now and I'm talking, you wouldn't do it. So it needs to kind of be like in June, most certainly, and quite pretty much so from the mid-June towards the end of the actual June. The situation that is going to happen, it's going to open your eyes, it's going to open your partner's eyes, you know, for the couples, but also it's brilliant because something is going to happen, and it's just going to be probably one of the biggest things that happen in a long time when it comes to the actual couples, because maybe where you didn't agree before, now most certainly you are going to have a very powerful agreement in between the couples, and that is going to be huge, massive, enormous step for both of you, because in few months to come there is a lot going to change, like my lord, but in the best possible way. You are at the beginning of a very powerful journey, mind-blowing journey that is going to change your both lives, and this is to do with Virgo couples indeed. The second part of this journey, where you're going to have more answers, like so strongly and powerfully, it's going to be by the end of October 2021. September and October are going to be very strong and powerful when it comes to the second part of this journey, but there is so much going to change here, because it looks like you're both going to decide together beautifully nicely that you want to do something, and this is going to leave a very beautiful spiritual mark on your life when it comes to your relationship in the best possible way. Okay, so now I'm just going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see what is going to happen to my gorgeous single Virgolinis. Single Virgolini. Four of coins. You see this is very interesting time, you see. So what you need to understand, that basically it's the inspiration that is going to be main driving point. You see Queen of Wands as well. Very, very interesting indeed. This month it's going to be the time to actually you come out of yourself. It's going to be the time to like have some great time. It's going to be an important time to reconnect and connect with the people as well, because while you're doing this reconnection and connection with the people, and when I say reconnecting and connecting, obviously I'm talking about the continuation of the certain things in your life that have been kind of placed on hold, and I can see that you're going to have so much fun this month. There is something rather extraordinary that you, my gorgeous single Virgolinis, are going to find out about yourself. And when you find out this about yourself, you know, it is just almost like going to start changing things around you, about you, so gradually, and it's only going to be part of like a really big picture, you know. And it's important because you are gonna have a lots of fun, but then at the same time, you know, somebody is going to inspire you. Someone is going to come across this month, you know, and it's going to inspire you like there is no tomorrow. And very strongly I'm seeing this from the 11th of June until the end of that month. This is the time you need to pay attention to, because the person who inspires you, it's not going to be the right person, but that person is also going to open your eyes, and it's pretty much so going to be connected to somebody very special and rather Vavumish who is about to enter your life. So you're not going to get that person who's going to like, oh my god, change your life forever. No baby, no. But you're going to meet this other person who is connected to the person who is going to make a really huge, a massive change into your life as well. So this is going to be really, really interesting indeed. But on another hand, you're going to have lots of fun this month. You know, you're gonna have lots of fun this month. You're gonna you know, just enjoy yourself, and your energy is going to be very bright and very strong and very powerful, and you're really going to enjoy this, you know. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, I love you so much. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. And also, of course, if you like this gorgeous top that I've designed, then the link is in the description below as well, and by buying anything from my channel, you're supporting my channel as well. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.